We weren't going yet, Andy. Come on. Hey, hold on, okay. Make sure you got your... All right, Andy, come on.
You don't have one side here.
19.
Spread out. Put your thumb right here and go like that.
19. And come on, go for 20 here.
Got it.
There you go.
All right, there we go.
All right, your warm-up's over. Your warm-up's over, Andy. Now it's time to max out. Hey, stay down there. Stay down there. All right, you're done messing around. It's time
Max out. Let's get it, boys.
It's time for the real weight. It's time for the real weight. Here you go, Mitch. Slap that on there. All right, hey, you can do this.
Okay.
You can do it.
I think you're gonna need a lift off on this one.
I think so, Chuck.
All right, here we go.
Go. There's too much news, man.
Get her up. Too much news. Hey, it's a good try. It's a good try. Hey, this is Jeff Wick, editor of the Fayette County Record newspaper. We're at Anytime Fitness in Schulenburg. Mitch Bailey, Chip Bubella, of course Andy Balin, fresh off his workout here. We've got the first edition of the new copy of the Fayette County Record. Gentlemen, here you go.
Thank you very much.
First ones in Fayette County to get the new copy of the paper. We're going to talk a little bit about the headlines and then talk about this great facility y'all have here right in downtown Schulenburg. So Andy, you want to fill him in on what's going on in this company?
Yeah, well, yesterday morning there was a big fire out in the Swiss Alp area. A garage burned down and threatened a home. It was quite scary out there for a little bit while the flames were going. But the Schulenburg and LaGrange volunteer fire departments got out there and put it out. And besides the garage, there's some minor damage to the house, but everything else turned out all right. On Sunday, there was a police chase that ended in a gentleman from Freeport shooting himself out on the side of FM 153 in the Winchester area. You can read about that on the front page. It's quite a scary situation. The county is looking at buying 2 acres of land over adjacent to the jail for a future jail sometime in the future, 5, 10, 15 years down the road. County Judge Ed Konechka said that the county's going to have to start looking at building a new jail. So they made an offer on that land, and we'll see where that goes. Let's see. Another great story by Elaine Thomas. Lest we forget, it's on the 100th anniversary of the end of World War I. We're recalling a gentleman from Ellinger who served in World War I. What else we got in the paper, Jeff?
Yeah, we've got the full complement of sports news there. It's going to be a big Friday night, a huge game for the Shorthorns this week against Tidehaven. With the win this week, they can probably for sure clinch a playoff spot. Same thing for LaGrange. If LaGrange can knock off Smithville, they'll clinch a playoff berth as well. Girl from Fayetteville going to the state cross country meet. The LaGrange golf team did really well. It's also the last week of the volleyball regular season, so we got a bunch on that. Pancho, you want to talk about some of the things people can find in the weekend section?
Well, let's see. I was going to say that I talked to the elections administrator, Carrie Hefner, and she said that the early voting is actually higher than it was for the presidential election.
Yeah,
So that's
a lot of interest in this.
Kind of what we're hearing. There's a lot of interest. This gentleman, well, we know him, Charlie Ripper, and Elaine has written a book, Veterans' Voices. She's done a great job documenting the veterans of World War II. Now she's documenting World War I. How do you say that?
Your guess is as good as mine, but they play Celtic music, and they're coming to LaGrange next week, so a little preview on them. Well, yeah, let's turn our attention from the headlines in this edition to Anytime Fitness here. Chip, talk about this great facility y'all have here.
Awesome. Well, I call this the GOAT of all. Anytime's the greatest of all time. And it's because of the staff we have here, and we consider ourselves, I don't know if you walked in, you saw the sign, we are the coaching club for Fayette County. We want to be known as a coaching club, and so we offer group training sessions. We have personal trainers on staff. So typically we're here from 6 a.m. till...
We usually all the way to around 7 or 8, just depending on their training sessions. So,
and Mitch is he's the one that runs this thing, the day-to-day operation. He does a phenomenal job. I brag on him a lot because he is the one that helps with so much. We do a phenomenal job because he cares about the members. When you walk in, he knows your name, takes care of you, and our staff does the same thing too.
He looks pretty buff.
Mitchell, he does group training with me in the morning. I'm here at 6 a.m.
Wow.
Typically Tuesday, Wednesdays, and Thursdays,
Yeah.
and I'll do group training with Mitch.
Yeah.
Coach Yvette got us, and it's fun. So if you never tried group training, come on out and I'm here 6 a.m. Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday.
So what all does that include, that group training?
So our group training, it's a functional style of training, and it's a lot of like kettlebells, it's medicine balls, we have a base, burn, and a build. And so the base session is for like if you're just getting new to fitness or if you haven't worked out in a while. The burn is it's less weight, more reps. So it's really a good burn. And then build is where you're going to build muscle mass. And so we offer all three of those. And we offer, I don't know, we have, how many sessions during the day we have?
We offer 15. I think we just added our 16th session. So we offer, it's usually around 3 to 4 throughout the week, and then we'll have one on Saturday as well, Saturday morning.
So I see you've got a studio over here. Is that for yoga?
Yes.
Let's walk
I'm
around
gonna
as we
let
talk
Mitchell-
and kind of show off some of this. Yeah.
Mitch, do your show that you do everybody that walks in here. We might have all these guys sign up before they leave.
Yeah,
We'll have you lifting copies of the paper in no time, Andy.
Yeah, so first I'm going to take y'all over to our cardio area where we just finished up our senior fit session. So we do hold twice a week a senior session that works on joint function, mobility, balance, flexibility, things like that. So we're just finishing up here. We just had about 12 or so members. Everybody, they're all gone now. Okay. Came right at the end. So it's going to be all of our cardio equipment with our treadmills, our bikes, our ellipticals, as well as our Stairmaster out over here on the right. And then out over here, this is going to be kind of our ab area, core area, whatever you want to call it. So we have Mr. and Mrs. Caulfield right here finishing up a workout. And then out behind them, we're going to have our water rowers that are extremely helpful for everyone, just because it is so good for your joints. I guess you would say that. I'm kind of lost at words right now, but it's not going to be too stressful on your joints. There we go.
Low impact.
Yeah, very, very low impact. Use these. You use about 80% of your muscles when you're using the water rowers, so it's going to meet everybody at their fitness level. So.
All right, Pancho, hop on there. Let's see.
Hey, that's one thing.
Yeah, you can row. We know that.
I rode down the Grand Canyon 200 miles. Oh, yeah.
There you go.
Where's the next rapid?
There you go.
So these machines are actually powering the city of Schulenburg, right?
Talk to Chip about that, city council.
Let's pump some water up to Austin. They don't have
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what we need to do. But no, these rowers, these are probably the most used pieces of equipment that we have here, just because they have so many different benefits for your body.
I've never seen anything with water in them.
How do you make it harder to row?
So, all you got to do is, so you'll lean up, so squat, and then you'll drive back with your legs, and then pull up with your arms to your chest. Just like that.
But that's the most resistance I can get.
Where are we at?
Mostly a rep.
Yeah. So typically we'll just strap our feet in right here. So let's go ahead and do that, and then we can make it a little bit more tough for you. So put your foot in here, right here. All right. Now you're going to come all the way up.
Okay.
And now drive back with your legs, and then you're going to lean back a little bit with your core, and then you're going to pull to your chest. And you're just going to find a good rhythm. So what you want to do, you want to count 1 second back, and then 1, 2, and 1 second back, 1, 2, and that's pretty much how it works. Just like that. Yeah. So we have a lot of people who use this before their workouts, 3 to 5 minute cool down, as well as afterwards, or warm up, and then after their workout, they'll use it as a cool down as well. Just because you're using so much of your body, you want to keep that blood flowing. So,
All right.
there you go.
I like it.
Really rack it right there. So, love the water rowers here.
Let's do.
Next, I'll show y'all our multi-purpose room. This room is really what we use for just about everything that we have here. So we have our group training that's going to be held in here. as well as our senior fit classes that we have, as well as twice a week we have Morgan, our yoga instructor. She'll come in here and she'll do her yoga sessions as well. So,
All right. And then, of course, your training contract, jump rope.
yeah, we got all of our jump ropes, resistance bands, TRX bands, more resistance bands. And then what Chip was talking about earlier with the kettlebells, medicine balls, dumbbells we'll have all right here in this corner, and then the medicine balls and slam balls will be over in that corner. Another cool
This is
thing.
a slam ball?
No, so this is going to be a medicine
Oh,
ball.
it's a medicine
Yeah.
ball. What's a
These
slam
are
ball?
going to be slam balls. So let's get this weight. And so this is going to work on your core full body exercise. So all you got to do is get it, come up. Oh, you throw it at your ground. So if you're having a bad day, you're in a bad mood, come in here and just
Yeah,
throw
kind of
this.
a stress reliever
Yeah.
too, huh? I'm gonna get one of these for the office.
Got to.
Every time I gotta read one of Poncho stories. Not again.
Yeah, so those are going to
I
be
like
slam.
that.
Yeah, so we utilize that a lot in our group sessions, just because you're using a lot of your muscles when you're using that. So that's also a focus we like to have is using your whole body when you're working out. So it's going to be a little bit about that. Also, another cool thing that we have with our group training is our heart rate monitoring system. So this is kind of new technology, I guess you'd say, but we started this in April. It's a really cool thing. So what we do is we'll put a heart rate monitor on you when you come into your session, and we'll have this screen down, and it'll show on the screen, say Jeff, and it's going to have the percent of your max heart rate that you're using at that time, what heart rate zone you're in, how long you've been in that heart rate zone, how many calories you burn, intensity points, everything like that. When you get done with your session, you'll get emailed a summary of your session results. So how many calories you burn, how long you've been in each heart rate zone, things like that. You'll get emailed that. So you'll actually be able to keep up with all those metrics. So
That's awesome.
that's really cool. Got a cool thing with that. A lot of our group training members really love that. Just because they can see how hard they're working. If they need to work harder, if they need to like back it down a little bit.
Right.
That definitely helps. So, yeah, this is going to be that little area. Also, with this room, we do so many things in here. If you want to come back out this way, I'll show you this. It's going to be our virtual trainer. So say if you wanted to come in the middle of the night like a lot of our members do, and there's not a coach here at that time, so say you just get off work at midnight or so, and you want to come and work out on your own, we have this little box here that will actually produce a class for you.
Wow.
So what you can do, you can come in here, we'll hit type. Once you select that, so we have 789 classes that you can do in here. So it'll be broken down into 5 different categories. Mind and body, which is like a yoga Pilates type thing, conditioning, cardio, cycling, and then one for seniors. So if you want to come in here, and let's just say we wanted to do a cardio session real quick, you can select cardio, and then it will narrow your search to 233 classes that you can do. You can also break it down into level, duration, provider. If you don't really care about all that, let's go ahead and hit results. You'll be able to scroll through all these and actually just select one. So let's go ahead and select one. I'm going to go ahead and hit start. And it'll break down exactly. Yeah, we'll do that here in a second. Exactly what your session is going to be. So if you need any equipment, it'll tell you like if you need a mat, a box, anything like that. If not, so this one don't have any
So
equipment.
it's going to appear
then-
up there?
Yes, sir. So once we hit start, if you want to take a look back in here, the projector will kick on, and then we got to turn the source over.
Welcome to Move. My name is Vanessa, and I'm going to take you through your cardio basic workout today.
So then you can come in here and do the session all by yourself or with your friends. I know on Fridays at 10 a.m. we got a couple members who come in here and do Zumba together. So kind of building that community. That's our favorite thing to do. They help us out a lot. They do all their own marketing to come in and recruit friends to come do their Zumba. And that's 10 a.m.
This
Friday.
workout is
So.
for everybody. So if you have any injuries, you just take out the impact, so any
Well,
jumping
do we have a
you make
bunch bunch of people who love using
And you
this.
can make this as
I
big
mean, this is the kind
or
of
as
technology,
small as you like.
you know, I thought was maybe only available in Houston or Austin, but right here in downtown Schulenburg, it's amazing, yeah.
Okay, so stay in here so I can move your
I
arms.
want to show off a vet too. And I think is Reggie here.
Yeah. Yeah.
I want to show you all the two trainers that we have on staff. They're awesome. Yvette, come here, please. Yvette, don't run away. I want to show you and Reggie off. Where's Reggie at?
Reginald?
This is Yvette. She just competed this past weekend in Galveston.
Hey, I'm good. Nice to meet
Jeff,
you.
nice to meet you.
Andy, nice to
Yvette,
meet you.
nice to meet you.
Hi, Yvette.
Hi.
So tell them what you competed for this weekend.
I competed this weekend at the John Sherman Classic 2018 for figure and open class division. Masters 45 and over. I won first place.
Come on.
And in the
You're not older, you're not over 45.
Yeah, I'm 50.
Oh my
actually.
God.
Yes. And then in the open category, Class D, I competed and I also won first place, which nationally qualified me for nationals, which I'll compete in 2019, sometime in the June-July timeframe.
So you have this in Schulenburg training you guys. I mean, this is a vet on stage. I mean, look how great she looks.
Wow.
That's amazing. Are you from here in Schulenburg?
This was this
Born and
weekend.
raised.
Wow.
First place.
Born and raised. Awesome. Yep.
She did a phenomenal job.
Thank you.
And where's Reggie? This is Reggie. This is Bubba. So another one of our trainers. And Reggie just got done training the, what do we call it, the Senior Fit program?
program, yes, sir.
So Reggie's been a trainer for some time now. We're excited to have him here too. He does a phenomenal job and all that good stuff. Anything you want to say, Reggie? Reggie does not like the camera.
I don't like the camera too much. Hey, just living a dream. I love what I do. I enjoy helping people accomplish their goals and just living a healthier lifestyle. So, like you say, I really don't like being in the camera light,
This is a pretty awesome place to get to come to work every day, right?
Oh, it's like the happy place. If I'm having a bad day in the real estate world, this is where I come and work out. This is where you find me. And it's a great place because like you get the, what do you call them, your endorphins up and life gets a lot better in here.
So, you know, about as long as I've known you, you've been in the fitness. You know, maybe you can talk just a little bit about that, like how fitness works into your whole overall like world. You know what I mean? Because I know it's tied to everything you do.
So when I was in Austin living there, wasn't sure what I wanted to do in life. I didn't know I wanted to go to college, all that stuff. I just went for a run one day, and I found running to be an outlet for me for life to make sense. And so that's why I enjoy running. I have to slow down on my running because my knees, I want them to be there, 30 years from now or whatever. But
You can always get a steal.
I'm hoping that you can replace them like tires one day. But anyways, running and working out, I joined a gym there in Austin, and when I started running and working out, life made sense, and my grades got better. I was able to finish school. I took life inch at a time, and we're here today in Schulenburg. And I'm hoping that if people can find it also as an outlet to figure out life and for it to make sense one day for them. And that's what it does for me. I've talked to like priests about it too. They're like, there's a lot of priests that run too, and they feel closer to the Holy Spirit and stuff. So it works for me. I hope it can work for other people too. So
There was a book a long time ago called "Are You Running With Me, Jesus?" by a guy who was a runner.
I have great conversations with Jesus when I run. I mean, that's my time. It's my prayer time. So.
You think you could work with a guy like this?
Me and Andy B, we went to Hermanson's camp together,
That's right.
and I still remember me and Todd Kutach. We went. That was my favorite trip of all time because I went every year to Hermanson's, but that was a blast. And so when I went with these two guys, with Andy and Todd, I got Camper of the Year that award. I got Most Athletic. So I went back the next year, right? And I was like, I'm gonna get Camper of the Year award again, and I'm gonna get Most Athletic again. Well, I didn't win any awards that second year. God humbled me. And so I remember in softball, I got first place that year, and I went up. I was in you got to go the playoffs and stuff, and I was going back to catch the softball, and it hit me right in the mouth, and I just dropped. And that's how that camp ended that year. So I always remember I always want to remember going with you that year, not the second year that I went. So,
What awards did you win, Andy?
I don't think I won any.
Didn't they have a beer drinking competition?
Not at that time.
we would have definitely been there if we would have had it.
But yeah, y'all are drawing people from Weimar, LaGrange, Hallettsville. So come down to Anytime Fitness in downtown Schulenburg and find out, the great things that are going on here that are drawing people from all over Fayette County and even beyond. You want to remind people of location and phone number and things like that?
So we're downtown Schulenburg, 501 North Main Street, right here on this corner of America. Office hours are 24/7. We're staffed from 9 till 6, Monday through Friday, and even Saturday mornings we're staffed 9 till noon. And then other than that, though, once you get your key fob, you can come anytime. And you can also access if you're in Japan, there's any times there. We have 4,000 locations worldwide now. So if you're anywhere around the world, you can use your key fob to access and go get your workout in. So like when I go see my in-laws up North Texas, I go to the gym in Gainesville to work out when I'm up there. So there's no excuses, guys. You can always find a way to work out if you're a member of Anytime Fitness. So.
We're linking to the Schulenburg Anytime Fitness page on Facebook. So just click on the link and you can learn more about this location there. And you can find us at FayetteCountyRecord.com. We're on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. All these videos go to YouTube. And tomorrow I'll be officing here in Schulenburg at our office at 411 Anderson Street, just right down the street. So come by and see me if you're in Schulenburg tomorrow. Thanks so much for watching, and thanks for reading the paper.